Welcome to Mainland, your local regional television station. I'm Chrissie Small, and some of the stories coming up in today's news. Trafalgar Street loses iconic building, Moutere Quadbike rider is named, Pioneer Park attracting more than just kids. Once a grand old dame of Nelson's Main Street, Trathan's department store in Trafalgar Street is coming down. The building is a one-of-a-kind and was built by Ben Trathan in the 1920s to be a family-run department store. The family ceased to operate the building as a department store in the 1990s after 70 years of trade and leased out the ground-level space to 3 independent retailers. Cordons are up now on Trafalgar Street, and even Honi Mahiki has moved along a bit from his usual farmer's position to make way for the building's demolition. Plans for the site show that a multi-million-dollar 2-storey complex with upstairs outdoor dining will be built to replace the former department store owned by Trathan's Properties. We asked people in Nelson their thoughts on the building's removal and if they have any old memories of it.
Well, I remember many a lunch hour spent in Trathan's looking at the beautiful materials. I used to do a lot of dressmaking in those days, and scarves and makeup. Bathing togs. It was a one-stop shop for me.
Well, it was Nelson's department store really, wasn't it?
It was, yes. A good size, and it was upstairs too, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, beautiful staircase going up there. Yeah. How do you feel about it being demolished?
Well, if it has to be demolished for safety purposes, then I would go along with that. I don't think a lot of money should be spent on earthquake-proofing buildings. I'm all for saving buildings. I'm a genealogist and historian, and I'm all for old things, but there comes a point perhaps when a building should be demolished.
I really remember going upstairs and having morning tea or afternoon tea with my mother. It was just lovely big shop.
It was really the department store, wasn't it?
It absolutely was, with quite a history. Really caring people in there too.
Do you remember the staircase?
Yes, and it was such a good department store. We could buy just about everything we needed there, and it was just everything that materials and haberdashery and everything. It was just so good, wasn't it?
It is.
Yes,
it's a real family store.
There's nothing that's...
And the people, the Trathans, they were so good. Yeah,
good family store.
Good family.
Yes. Do you think anything's equal to that anymore here?
No, we've lost our department stores like that. Yes.
I think we still miss the fact that people used to come and actually serve us.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's an old-fashioned thing now, but it was.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Good public relations, wasn't it?
It was lovely. Yes. No, we miss it very much.
Yeah.
The department stores.
So it's going to be quite a loss. Have you had a look
at? And a lovely building.
Elder Abuse and Neglect Awareness Day on Wednesday this week highlighted social isolation as a contributing factor. Richmond local David Kemp, whose submission to the Tasman District Council on the redevelopment of Queen Street raised concerns that the council is not taking social inclusion and community-friendly spaces into consideration.
David, what are your concerns around the redevelopment?
Of Queen Street there, I'm really concerned that, going back to what Judine Edgar was saying there, the need for more consultation with the community there, and I feel that like the social is talked about, but it's not actually brought out into the community, the social isolation, and you don't need to be old to be socially isolated. There can be young mums, high school kids, whatever.
So how can the redevelopment address social isolation?
Well, I think there should be real good strategies for people to communicate between places, walking or cycling, and there's places where you can sit down where you can have a conversation with various people. Like you get these cards here, and they're talking about talking and sharing and stuff, but where do you do it? The seating isn't conducive for it, And what we do in Queen Street is going to affect generations to come. And is this what we're going to be proud of what we give to our future generations with the design of Queen Street there? And if we don't get it right, the town is going to suffer in the future.
So you talked about the councillor Judine Edgar and yourself concerned about the voice of the community not being heard. I thought there were submissions that you could put into council, and why do you think they're not hearing the voices?
Well, what really concerns me is that they said the development of the Queen Street would be along the same concept of Croucher Square, and I don't think Croucher Square works. It's not. People don't naturally go there because it's such a neat place to be there. Do the designers take their friends in there when they come into town and look at what we did? Anything less than that is not good enough. If you want a break, you go to Washbourne Garden. That's lovely being there. But in the centre of town, what is there? Whoopity-doo. And it's painted grey. Everything's painted grey.
Well, how do you think that Field Junction plan is going to affect the hub of a town centre in Richmond?
Well, these are some of the threats that the council has to look at, and the shop owners and the citizens. If that's the centre of their town, let's make it the centre of our town. It's a sense of ownership and safety and stuff there, rather than decisions being passed down. See, I asked through the Age Forum, I forget the name of it now, but are they going to liaise with us? And I was told that we won't be consulted now until the plans come out in November. Well, I think that's way out of line.
Because when does redevelopment start? I've heard February.
Yeah, well, the thing is that they're coming up with these plans, and I don't know how they're going to be altered later on if you don't agree with it, but I would like to see some consultation with these planners and come up with something that's really good, and not something that is like Croucher Square. It looks like a Starland fun park. It's all painted grey. It's not socially inviting and stuff.
Thank you, David.
Cuts in funding have seen some of the region's youth-orientated programs becoming too strapped for cash to be able to continue. One of these is The Truck, which is a mobile recreation centre for youth, created as an initiative of the Youth and Community Trust, designed to be an after-school activity centre for youth aged under 18 years old. This service also is partly funded by Nelson City Council, Rata Foundation and lottery funding, and will close on the 24th of June. Lottery funding has plummeted $25 million, with community and arts organisations receiving less lottery funding this year, after a run of big wins and a drop in the number of people buying tickets, according to Internal Affairs Minister Peter Dunn. Nelson's Youth Transition Services and Emergency Housing are also ceasing operation due to funding shortfalls. Pioneer Park in Nelson has become the scene of another police investigation after a man was found unconscious with head injuries in the park on Wednesday afternoon near Washington Valley by men working nearby. Police are investigating the attack, which they suspect happened at the man's residence, with continued investigations into the incident to establish the injuries are a result of an assault or by other means such as a medical condition. Last week, another man had been assaulted in front of his children at the same park. We spoke to a member of the community about the effect the violence could have on her and her children with visiting the park.
After hearing these reports, and you are a local resident who brings your daughter here to play, how do you feel about this?
Well, it's slightly unsettling, knowing that there's these attacks going on around in our local area. We only come down here during the day, so I've always felt safe coming down here during the day with my daughter. But it would definitely, I wouldn't walk through here at night by myself or anything like that after hearing about these. Yeah.
One report says that the man was found unconscious during the day. Does this affect your consideration of coming here?
Oh gosh, yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Have you had any concerns in the past about coming to Pioneers Park?
No, I haven't. And to be honest, I hadn't heard of these attacks until you told me about them. Yeah.
And as a local resident, what are your thoughts around this region? If other people think, oh, I wouldn't want to go there, it's unsafe, what would you like to say to the other locals?
I guess there are a lot of positive things about this area as well. And I guess it's good to not lose sight of those when these attacks come on. And quite often I sort of feel when things like that happen, it's a good time for the community to come together and support each other rather than leave. And I think there's a lot of positive people in this area as well.
Anyone with information in relation to the incident is urged to contact Nelson Police on 03 546 3840. The Moutere Quadbike crash victim killed last week has been named. Police can now confirm that the 58-year-old woman killed in a quadbike accident while out feeding stock on a farm in the Upper Moutere in the Tasman district on June 7th was Linda Louise Tobin. The accident is being investigated by police on behalf of the coroner, and police extend their families to the friends and family of Mrs. Tobin at this sad time. As we reported yesterday, the search of the Pouroa River on the west coast for missing 2-year-old Emily Saunders has resumed, involving the police, National Dive Squad and victim recovery dogs being deployed down the river via jet boat. Area Commander for the West Coast, Inspector Mel Aitken, said that the river level has dropped and conditions are good to commence this phase of the operation. Police are continuing to offer their full support to Emily's family at this sad time. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables, and much, much more. JCar.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
Hi there, Julian Toon, Waimea Telecommunications. We install and maintain domestic and commercial satellite TV, UHF Freeview and Mainland TV installations in the Nelson, Tasman regions. We specialise in Panasonic telephone systems and provide communications, Wi-Fi, IT and wiring for internet, fibre, computers and DSL systems. At Waimea Telecommunications, we also provide specialist electronic systems for features such as a security camera you can watch on your TV, visitor alert systems and much more. Improve your security and communication and entertainment today. Call us on Waimea Telecommunications on 021 472297. ytel.co.nz.
Are you tired of endless reality shows? Would you prefer to watch captivating documentaries?
They have swallowed cars.
Exciting movies.
Go ahead, load up and shoot.
Music for the soul.
And if you think I'd ate your fish and chips, I did, you're mistaken.
Programming from around the world. Places to visit. Local news and views.
I'm Graham O'Brien and today's bulletin.
Do you want to change the flag?
No, I don't want to change the flag.
Stay tuned to Mainland TV, your local station.
Nelson Tire Center. Great prices, great service. Buy your own Bryford trailer. All types, all sizes. See Colin Douglas for your tires and batteries.
Sit and Be Fit is on at the Victory Community Centre Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. at the Victory Community Church, 238 Upper Vanguard Street. School terms only. Fun while you get fitter, work at your level. For more information, please contact Shirley on 547 1433 or 021 121 8023.
Victory 60 Plus is on Tuesdays at 1:30 through to 3:30 p.m. at 238 Upper Vanguard Street. You can join in for cards, games and a cuppa. For more information you can contact Jan on 546 9057 or 027 4577 955. On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.